Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have another food bank haul. This is a food bank that's just down the road from us. It's a small community church that does it, and it's slightly different. The one that I've filmed before, you pull up in your vehicle and they load boxes into the back of your vehicle, and it's pre-packaged, pre-picked things. You don't have a choice in what you get. So that's why we end up with a lot of stuff that goes to the chickens or gets taken to my husband's work, that kind of thing. This is, I get to pick out what I want. It's like a classroom setting, and you get to go in with a shopping cart and pick out what you want. So when you have dietary restrictions, that makes this a lot nicer because this is all food we're going to eat. None of this will go to waste. So let's see what we've got. Up here we've got a bag of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, a pound of ground pork, some Nutri-Grain Kids bars. They're like almost like little Fig Newton size. This falls into the category of things that we try not to do a whole lot of cheap carbs and sugar for any of us, and for the kids included. They get obviously more than my husband and I do, but this is one of those where they might eat this once a week. It's not going to be a daily thing, so kind of just some special treat type thing. The same goes for things like Cliff bars and Laura bars. Obviously, these are a little bit healthier. The carb count on these are still ridiculously high, but they're not quite so high on all of the other junk that's in them. So these kind of are, we have what we call snack box, and they get to pick out something every day, just once a day. So they'll get those a lot of times. These we actually already opened are, sorry, little like puff stick things. And once again, they're probably not the healthiest thing in the world, but once again, it's also not something that we give her, the baby, every day. Just kind of an occasional, especially if we're in the car and are going to be in there for a while. They have a bin of, you get to pick out whatever you want. So some of these the kids like these as a sweet treat type thing. Once again, not very often. There were several like Kashi bars, these RX bars that are no extra junk in them. Several just different kinds of granola bars, a fruit snack. I picked up this. I don't think any of my kids have ever eaten olives. So they all love pickles. So I thought, well, we'll give them a try and see whether they like these or not. Because if they do, I'll start buying olives, because that's a decent little thing to add to like a snacky lunch. A small container of cottage cheese, a container of sour cream, 8 of these yogurts. Once again, these are so high in sugar. 37 carbs, 27 grams of sugar. So once again, these are something that we would do breakfast with scrambled eggs, sausage, and one of these. Not just a yogurt, because my kids would be hopping off the walls. A pack of cheddar cheese slices, a thing of organic peanut butter, and I think this one was fairly clean ingredients. Yeah, it does have some sugar in there, but not horrible. 2 things of Chobani Greek yogurt. Those will be for me. This is one of the things that I can tolerate eating that doesn't mess with my blood sugars. I just add some fruit to it, so that's nice. This is obviously not something that I would normally pick up. I have been craving soda so bad here lately, and I do sparkling water, but obviously this is aspartame, which is, I joke, I know I don't normally do this, but it was kind of on a whim. I figure if I drink even half of one of these in a day, it'll scratch the itch, kind of thing. A gallon of 2% milk. And here lately we've been, because of the food banks, we don't drink a whole lot of milk. I don't like the hormones. I don't like the, so we do the antibiotics, all that stuff that they put in the cows. So we don't drink a whole lot of milk. I've actually been using it more to make farmer's cheese, which is a really super simple cheese. Anybody can make it. It's milk and vinegar, and then you can add seasonings to it, salt, that kind of thing. So I've been doing that a lot here lately with milk, since we can't drink it all fast enough. There's a partial gallon in my refrigerator that's going bad right now. organic yellow corn tortilla chips. There's a box of tomato basil wheat thins, and then a box of multigrain. We'll do a few of those with lunches. We do snacky lunch a lot, which is just some meat, cheese, fresh veggies, hummus, that kind of thing. Some oats. We do oats for breakfast at least a few mornings a week. This was, I picked it up and I kind of went, okay, this is either going to be absolutely delicious or absolutely disgusting. It's marinated asparagus, and I don't even know whether you're supposed to heat it, whether you're just supposed to eat it. I don't know, but I thought, I love asparagus, so even if I end up not liking it, it was free. Or I can, I don't know, maybe put it in my eggs or something one morning. Heirloom rainbow quinoa. This is something that I thought, surely this is going to mess with my blood sugars, and I tried some the other day. It was just a small portion, a fourth of a cup pre-cooked, and I did fine with it. Like, great number. So I was like, well, that's nice because I love quinoa. Sprouted grain organic tortillas, which is an awesome one. We do sourdough for most of our bread products, so to have sprouted is extremely nice. These are like giant muffins, and they are vegan, and I'm wanting to say they were maybe gluten-free. Maybe not. I just thought, well, that might be something that I could give the kids with breakfast one morning as kind of a special treat type thing. I don't know whether they'll like them because they're lemon poppy seed. I don't think we've ever had that, but we'll give it a try. 2 dozen eggs, a bag of apples, a nice big head of broccoli, a bag of onions, some mini peppers. My kids eat these with lunch a lot. Some kind of sad looking tomatoes. You can tell it looks like they've kind of been on the verge of being frozen. So they probably won't last very long. A huge bell pepper, and once again, you can tell it's old, it's soft, so it'll get used soon. Organic purple grapes, red grapes, whatever. A thing of raisins, which are always wanted. These are zinc lozenges, elderberry and zinc lozenges. I figured we could give them a try if we get sick again anytime soon. Luckily, because of everybody not going anywhere, nobody has gotten sick all winter. But looking at ingredients list, it's zinc, and then it's all active ingredients. There's no non-active ingredients, so that's kind of nice. We'll see whether those work or not. If nothing else, I may end up giving them to my kids. I have 2 with seasonal allergies, and that may help them with the sore throat that comes with that a lot of times. This is some kind of coffee. She kind of pushed this on me for my husband. I don't drink coffee because I can't do caffeine. But it's like these little pucks that you put in your coffee maker. Yeah. But they're chocolate, and my husband doesn't like chocolate, so I don't know. I will probably have him try them, and if he doesn't like it, then yeah, he will probably just give it to somebody at work, because somebody at work would probably like it. 2 packs of diapers. One, I've got, the baby is 1-year-old, so obviously she's still in diapers, and then I have a 3-year-old who still wears them at night, and once again, they each came with a little book inside and a pack of wipes, which is always nice. There was this Garden of Life collagen. I know this stuff is crazy expensive. I have looked at purchasing this before because I hand wash all of our dishes, so my hands get dry and my nails often look horrible. So I had looked at possibly getting some of this, so I'm like crazy excited to try this. It's expired, but by like 2 months, so not that big of a deal. They had this big thing of pink Himalayan bath salts. I didn't check ingredients to see whether there was anything funky in there. No, it's just Himalayan salt. So I guess you could technically eat this if you wanted to. But I will probably use it in bath. I like to do that every once in a while. Some probiotics, kids probiotics, that I thought, well, that would be a nice one for the kids to take for a little while and try them. See if there's any difference. A toothbrush. They have these, a container of them, and my daughter said, do you really need another toothbrush? And I said, well, if I pick one up every time that we go, until they run out, then I'll probably have all of my toothbrushes for a year, and possibly hers, because we've just switched her over recently to adult toothbrushes instead of kids. And then a 12-pack of Gatorade, which my husband takes one of these every day to work. So that's kind of nice. So that's everything. Like I said, this is one that I get to pick and choose, and that it makes it smaller because there's just less that we can eat. But there's also less, not waste, but there's less that we end up giving away or whatnot. And it was actually interesting because today, between the last 2 trips that I've made to the bigger food bank, I ended up taking a whole box of stuff back to them and donating to this smaller one. So it's one of those where I have seen people walk out of this one with an overflowing cart full because they can have all of the breads and all of the pastas and all of the canned foods and those kind of things that we as a family either can't or choose not to eat for health reasons. So this it kind of goes to show you that you, just because you're going to a food pantry, it doesn't mean that all you have to get is junk. It doesn't mean that all you're going to have is white bread and sugary cereals and all that kind of stuff, because we can say no to it, and we can give back the things that we can't say no to, and we can make use of it. So I encourage you, even if you have dietary restrictions, because there were several things there today that were gluten-free breads, gluten-free buns, some tortillas that were gluten-free, that kind of thing. So even if you have some dietary restrictions, if your family is in need of groceries, even if you have to say no to several things. I mean, I'm looking at things like the chicken breasts and the pork. Those are both clean meats. There's not probably going to be anything in there that you don't want. The Chobani yogurt it's not sweetened. There's no sugars. There's no soy anything in it, that kind of thing. The raisins are raisins is the single ingredient. They're not sweetened. Quinoa is an amazing, healthy, food option. So there's something there for everybody. I mean, there's a pile of vegetables right there. So if it's the difference between you eating tonight and not eating tonight, go. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and God bless.